Now Ronaldo.
A long way out. What a goal! Not too far out for him. He counted. It's a shout to Cristiano Ronaldo from a lot of Manchester United fans. Danny Carvajal. Cristiano Ronaldo! Who else on a big night? Who else to open the scoring? Cristiano Ronaldo for Real Madrid. Ronaldo's coming in and he's got there again. Session. And it's 2 on the night for Cristiano Ronaldo.
The sun-baked streets of Madeira still echo with the bounce of a young Cristiano Ronaldo's football. Back then, he wasn't CR7, the global icon we all know today, but a scrawny kid with a worn-out football sweeping the city streets to support his family. The dust on the streets may have coated his clothes, but it could not dim his burning desire for the beautiful game. This is the story of how that passion transformed Cristiano Ronaldo into CR7, the greatest goalscorer the game has ever seen. Born in 1985 on the sun-drenched island of Madeira, Cristiano Ronaldo carried the same name of his father's Hollywood hero, Ronald Reagan. Life, however, wasn't a Hollywood script. His mum worked tirelessly to support the family, while his dad, Jose Diniz Aveiro, a former soldier, carried the weight of war. Struggling with mental health and unemployment, Jose turned to alcohol to cope. But Jose did eventually find some work as a kit man for a local football club. This twist of fate would change everything for Cristiano. Surrounded by the beautiful game, a spark ignited within Cristiano. He wasn't just helping his dad with the kit anymore. He was constantly dribbling a ball, mimicking the moves he saw on the field. Even at the tender age of 8, his talent was undeniable. Soon enough, he joined the club's youth team, and by the age of 10, he was already considered the best youngest player in Madeira by local scouts. Enter Fernão Sousa, Cristiano's godfather. Recognizing the potential in young Cristiano, Sousa used his connection to secure him a 3-day trial at Sporting Lisbon in 1997. The coaches were immediately impressed by Cristiano's raw talent and unique skills, and after a successful trial, he was signed for a fee of £1,500. A decision that would change the trajectory of both Sporting Lisbon and Cristiano Ronaldo. Leaving Madeira for Lisbon at 12 years old was a massive challenge for young Cristiano. The local accent was completely different, and he faced teasing at school. Feeling like an outsider, he even considered returning home at one point. But his incredible determination kicked in as he overcame this difficult time, which proved to be a crucial phase in his character development. However, all this sacrifice almost ended up entirely in vain. At 15, Cristiano was diagnosed with a heart condition called tachycardia, which could have forced him to give up playing football. Fortunately, surgery successfully corrected the issue and Ronaldo was back on the pitch, making his senior team debut against Inter Milan at the age of 17. The turning point for Cristiano and arguably for football itself arrived on the fateful night of August 6, 2003. Manchester United visited Lisbon to play a friendly against Sporting. Forget the Anthony and Casemiro show you see today. This United squad was a force to be reckoned with, led by Sir Alex Ferguson. But this night belonged to a nobody turned somebody, an 18-year-old named Cristiano Ronaldo. Throughout the match, the young winger mesmerised with his dazzling footwork and signature stepovers, leaving United defenders looking like they'd booked tickets to a magic show instead of a football game. Sporting won the game 3-1, but more importantly, Ronaldo had passed his audition with flying colours. If people didn't know about him beforehand, they certainly did after the full-time whistle. Manchester United players, still buzzing from witnessing a phenomenon, wasted no time pleading with Sir Alex Ferguson to snap up the wonder kid who had just run circles around them. 6 days later, and the news breaks. Cristiano Ronaldo is officially a Red Devil. The transfer fee was a whopping £12 million, making him the most expensive teenager in football history at the time. Sporting fans were heartbroken, but deep down they knew they witnessed something special. Let's fast forward a few months. Ronaldo didn't just walk onto the pitch and disappear. He exploded onto the scene. His first goal came quickly, and by the end of the season, he had helped United lift the FA Cup. By 2006, he was no longer the unknown teenager. He was a key cog in the United machine, powering them to Premier League titles and stacking up personal accolades. But in 2007 to 2008, that was pure Ronaldo magic. A jaw-dropping 42 goals earned him the European Golden Boot, and to top it off, he helped United win the treble, the Champions League, the Premier League, and the Community Shield. And then came the ultimate recognition, the Ballon d'Ors, the trophy that declares you the best baller on the planet. Cristiano Ronaldo had officially arrived. Former United number 7 George Best even famously remarked to reporters that there have been a few players described as the new George Best over the years, but this is the first time it's been a compliment to me. United's final season with Ronaldo was another trophy fest. They secured another league title and even reached the Champions League final. And Ronaldo, he left with a signature written all over it, a stunning free kick against their city rivals. After conquering England, Ronaldo craved a new challenge, a fresh canvas to paint his legend on. Before we get into Ronaldo's next chapter as a global superstar, if you are enjoying the video and want to stay up to date with more footballing content just like this, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated to our latest videos. Now, enter the glamorous world of Real Madrid. In 2009, Florentino Perez was back in charge of the club and went on a spending spree that would make any fan green with envy. In a span of a few weeks, Real Madrid had assembled a team of the Galacticos 2.0, headlined by the blockbuster signings of Ronaldo, Kaká, Benzema, and Xavi Alonso. This was a team built to dominate and took the world by storm. Cristiano Ronaldo's reign at Real Madrid was pure footballing royalty. Over the next 9 seasons, he not only became the club's all-time top scorer, but also led them to 2 La Liga titles and a staggering collection of Copa del Rey, Spanish Super Cup, and UEFA Super Cup trophies. Individual accolades rained down on him too. He added a further 4 Ballon d'Ors, briefly tying Lionel Messi for the most ever, and dominated Spanish football, leaving a trail of silverware wherever he went. But Ronaldo's reign extended far beyond Spain. He truly cemented his legacy as a legend by conquering Europe, earning the well-deserved nickname Mr. Champions League. Adding to his 2008 title with United, Ronaldo lifted a staggering 4 more Champions Leagues with Real Madrid. His dominance in the competition was historic, shattering records that might never be broken. He's the undisputed King of Champions League goal scorers and also holds records for the most appearances, the most goals in a single season, and the most goals in the knockout stages. And if that wasn't enough, he's the only player to ever score in every single group stage game, a testament to his relentless consistency and deadliness on the big stage. While club football was Ronaldo's playground, his heart belonged to Portugal, even famously stating that, "If you tell me that Portugal wins the World Cup without my goals, I'll sign that in a moment." He almost lifted the Euro trophy in 2004, but fate had other plans. Redemption, however, arrived in dramatic fashion 12 years later. Underdogs Portugal, fueled by an injured Ronaldo barking orders from the sidelines, defied all odds to conquer France in the Euro 2016 final. Don't let anyone tell you that Ronaldo was carried by Eder's winning goal. He finished the tournament as the 2nd highest scorer, proving that his impact was instrumental in Portugal's title run. The World Cup, however, remains a trophy missing from his cabinet. Portugal's impressive 2006 semi-final run hasn't been repeated, but with the 2026 World Cup on the horizon, one thing's for sure, Ronaldo, the ultimate competitor, will be there, hungry to conquer the biggest stage in international football. But even legends aren't immune to change. At the peak of his powers, with 3 consecutive Champions League titles under his belt, the tide began to turn on Ronaldo at Real Madrid. A familiar feeling crept in. Florentino Perez, the club president with a history of big decisions, no longer saw Ronaldo as irreplaceable. As Ronaldo himself put it, "I felt within the club, especially from the president, that I was no longer considered in the same way as I was at the beginning. For the first 4 or 5 years, I felt like Cristiano Ronaldo, less so after that." This, coupled with Zinedine Zidane's departure as manager, fueled speculation, and finally the unthinkable happened. Cristiano Ronaldo left Real Madrid. Juventus swooped in with a staggering €100 million offer, leading to Ronaldo embracing a new challenge in Italy in a move that sent shockwaves through the footballing world. He left Real Madrid a legend, his legacy forever etched in the club's history books. For some, swapping Real Madrid for Juventus seemed like a step down, but the stats tell a different story. Ronaldo arrived in Italy with a vengeance, bagging a staggering 21 goals and 8 assists in his first season and claiming the league's MVP award in the process. But Ronaldo wasn't done rewriting history. By 2021, he'd become the undisputed king of domestic trophies. Winning the Coppa Italia with Juventus meant he was the first footballer ever to conquer England, Spain, and Italy. The season ended with another personal accolade, the Capocannoniere, awarded to the Series A's top scorer, thanks to his incredible 29 goals. This achievement cemented him as the top scorer in not just one, not two, but all 3 major European leagues: the Premier League, La Liga, and Serie A. Ronaldo had conquered them all. However, the Champions League remained elusive at Juventus. Despite his individual brilliance, some fans and teammates scapegoated Ronaldo for the team's struggles in Europe, ultimately leading to his departure from Italy. In a move fueled by nostalgia, Ronaldo returned to Manchester United in 2021, the club where he first rose to stardom. The return was a fairy tale at first, with Ronaldo firing on all cylinders. But cracks began to show. The team struggled and failed to click despite individual brilliance. Trophies, once a formality for United with Ronaldo, remained frustratingly out of reach, and the tension between Ronaldo and manager Erik ten Hag became an open secret, culminating in a bombshell interview with Piers Morgan. The revelations were explosive, burning bridges beyond repair, and a mutual contract termination followed, leaving Ronaldo a free agent. With his superstar status and astronomical wages, many expected Ronaldo to stay in Europe, chasing Champions League glory. However, nobody saw his next move coming. After the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, Ronaldo signed with Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. This wasn't the traditional path for aging superstars. MLS or Japan were more common destinations. But Ronaldo claimed he was drawn to the new project developing in the Saudi League, even going as far as saying it was better than League One. The internet scoffed, labeling it a victory lap. But here's the thing. Even at 39, Ronaldo's still scoring goals and rewriting records in Saudi Arabia. Maybe it's not the Champions League stage some expected, but with his relentless drive, this feels more like a new chapter for Ronaldo. Can he conquer a new league and add another chapter to his legendary story? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Cristiano Ronaldo isn't done yet. What do you guys think? Will Ronaldo end his career in Saudi Arabia or return to Europe for one last shot at the Champions League? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, see you next time.